Welcome to the Science Plus Love Equals Cure podcast. This is the STXBP1 10-minute monthly update. This is podcast number 16. I'm Charlene Sunrigby, president and co-founder of the STXBP1 Foundation. I'm also mom to STXer Juno and her big brother Luca. Today's topics: STXBP1 Research Roundtable recap, $1 million bike ride grant LOIs are due, Weill Cornell STARR Clinic, and STXBP1 Awareness Month. Before I get into my planned updates, I wanted to share that Juno started a new school last week. She's in 6th grade now, so she started middle school, and we are very proud of her. She's adapted to her new classroom, and we just got her riding the bus for the first time. It's been really joyful, and yet it's anxiety-producing, frankly. Juno loves the yellow bus. She has always loved it when going on field trips, and now she's taking the bus to school. And it's exciting, but it's also another void where we don't know what she's experiencing on that bus ride home. I so wish she could tell us. Sometimes I think I'm letting my mind wander too much and that I'm overly protective, but I actually don't think I am. Last spring, Juno came home from school with handprints on her thigh, and they were big, adult-sized handprints. And I was really freaking out. So another STXBP1 parent helped me to work out very specific questions to ask the teacher. I always have to thank you, our STXBP1 community, for such great wisdom. And they very quickly figured out that a classmate who is one of the bigger kids in her moderate to severe class was grabbing her. And it was sensory-seeking behavior. It was not aggression, thank goodness. He's always actually been really kind to her and understanding of her. And so now they have to keep these two classmates apart in school. And this is an example of one of the challenges with limited communication. Juno has been she had been pressing this kid's button on her talker repeatedly, but she does this with other classmates regularly, and she does it with my button, her dad, her brother, her teachers. It's really so difficult to have such limited communication when I know there is so much more that she wants to say and sometimes needs to say. And so this is why I get anxious about the bus. All right, let's move on to talk about things I'm more comfortable talking about, like science. Our first topic: STXBP1 Research Roundtable recap. Jim Goss, our scientific director, wrote a blog post summarizing our July roundtable at the STXBP1 Summit. And his key points were: 1, we are still learning new things about STXBP1. 2, the development of new therapies is progressing at a rapid pace. And 3, we are rocking our clinical trial readiness efforts. So please read his blog post here. I'm going to do a short recap along those 3 themes. So first, we're still learning new things about STXBP1. We know that STXBP1 is critical for communication between neurons. This area where communication happens between neurons is called the synapse. And this is why you might hear of STXBP1 being referred to as a synaptopathy. At the Research Roundtable, we heard talks from 3 groups about the role of STXBP1 beyond the synapse. UCSF is researching whether STXBP1 is involved with primary cilia. This is a structure in neurons that receives messages from the outside of the neuron. UCSF took many samples from our patients and families at the STXBP1 Summit, and the goal is to see if our STXers have different levels of nitric oxide gas than typical developing siblings, and they can test that very easily just in the nose. So we'll learn the results from this work very soon. There were 2 other talks that delved into STXBP1's potential role in learning and memory. So that was Tristan Wallace from Queensland, and STXBP1's potential role in immune response. And this was from Praveen Papareddy from the University of Lund. Okay, number 2, the development of new therapies is progressing at a rapid pace. I, of course, love number 2. There were a lot of talks on therapy development. A lot of new work is progressing or launching, and it continues to be an increasingly promising time for STXBP1. There was discussion of gene therapies, RNA therapies like antisense oligonucleotides or ASOs, and small molecule therapies are being worked on. As I always say, we need more shots on goal because not all therapies in development are going to end up working or making it through the development process, or maybe some will be better for some patients than others. So more shots on goal, please. Number 3, we are rocking our clinical trial readiness efforts. This year, we had an entire day dedicated to biomarkers, late-stage drug development, and STXBP1 natural history studies. Biomarkers are something we can measure in a person that we can use to see how well they're responding to a treatment. A biomarker might show a change that we can measure more quickly than a clinical change like cognitive improvement or communication. So these are important to invest in as we move toward clinical trials. Presentations included biomarker studies for EEGs, gait analysis, gut bacteria, and omics. Of course, there was a lot of discussion on natural history studies. Talks included the first analyses of data from the STARR Natural History Study and the Canadian study that's run by Cyrus Bowman and Alex Freibauer. They presented 3 years of data. So don't forget to check out Jim's blog for the whole recap of the research roundtables. The recordings have also been posted on our website. We want to thank all of our sponsors, our champion sponsors, Biogen, BioMarin, and Capsida, ambassador level sponsors, Amgen, Bial, Encoded, Quiver, Simons, and UCB, and our partner level sponsors, Longboard and Cure Epilepsy. Next year's Research Roundtable will take place in Heidelberg, Germany on October 8th to 10th. There will also be a family summit focused on European families on the 11th of October. Okay, second topic, $1 Million Bike Ride Grants. Calling all researchers, there are 2 $70K grants for STXBP1 research available through the Orphan Disease Center. This year, Lulu's crew raised more than $139,000 through the $1 Million Bike Ride. Letters of intent are due on September 20. Areas of priority interest include projects studying genotype-phenotype correlations, clinical trial readiness, longitudinal studies to understand disease progression, and novel therapeutic approaches. More information is on our website and the $1 Million Bike Ride website. Again, letters of intent are due on the 20th of September. Do not miss this grant opportunity. Third topic, Weill Cornell STARR Clinic. So the STARR Clinic at Weill Cornell in New York City now has 2 days a month for the STARR study. Zach Grinspan is the principal investigator for this site. So if you have not made an appointment yet and are interested in participating in this important study, this is a great time to enroll and get your clinic date. So reach out to, and here's the email, it'll also be in the notes, nab2781@med.cornell.edu. Fourth topic, STXBP1 Awareness Month. September is almost here. September is STXBP1 Awareness Month. So why September? The STXBP1 gene is on the 9th chromosome, and September is, of course, the 9th month. We will have information on social throughout the month. Please share the Did You Know cards to spread awareness of STXBP1. And don't miss out signing up for Don't miss out signing up for Move to Cure. It's the 8th year of our Move to Cure signature event, and it's a really great opportunity to spread awareness, build community, and fundraise for STXBP1. We have a very big goal of raising $100,000 this year to go toward STXBP1 research, and we can do it. This year's theme is Shine a Light on STXBP1. So let's shine a light on STXBP1 together. All right, let's call it a wrap for today, and I'm looking forward to all of the STXBP1 awareness activities in September.